is that guilt tells you that you've made a mistake, you can rectify the situation, and shame tells you you are a mistake, which really like attacks who you are. Hi there, beautiful souls. My name is Awit and welcome to my channel. If you are new here, I want you to know we are all about self-development, growth, and having real live convos. So please welcome and please consider subscribing. And if you are a subscriber, welcome back too. Thank you so much for supporting us. Now today episode we're going to focus about the power of accountability. Let me ask you a bold question. Have you shared your dream or your goal with someone? Because if they're trapped in your head, they tend to die in silence. Dreams tend to die in silence. It doesn't matter who you are. Now, today's episode, we are going to talk about breaking that silence and anchoring consistency through accountability and self-check-in. Because you don't have to do this alone. The first part of this episode is that we're going to talk about the power of accountability. Now, let me tell you a story. Recently, I decided to stop having refined sugar in my tea. I was like, I'm ready to do this. And then I went and talked to my friends and I told them, hey, this is what I'm going to do. And if anybody really knows me, I love tea. I would have like 4 to 5 a day, which means 1.5 of sugar in each cup. That's a lot by the end of the day. That's a lot of sugar. And then in other areas you have sugar, so it's all of it's a lot of sugar. So once I told my friends, I felt like I carried them with me. I felt like they were watching me. They're not like that, but somehow there was something about saying it out loud. It's almost like I had to accomplish it, because like my biggest core thing is to have integrity and to have, transparency to the best of my ability. Of course, it's not always, so easy and things like that. So I'm like, I gotta do this. I got this happen. And to my surprise and to, I don't know, my surprise, I guess, and maybe to others too, I actually stuck to it. Mostly, I have a tribe of people who are so excited to see me succeed. So when I share it, I felt like, oh my goodness, I gotta get this happening. And it's been such an incredible journey. Now, what I want to encourage you is that share your goals and share your dreams with somebody that you know, and not just like sharing with just randomly anyone, but somebody who, or some people who are going to actually, put the fear of God in you. I'm joking. I don't mean it that way. Meaning like people you feel like accountable to, a mentor, a pastor, a friend, I guess an online, community that is out there. It's so important for each and every one of us to do that. Now, secondly, it's so important to review your goals without judgment. It's so important, because we tend to find ourselves like, we look at our goals and we're like, we have those little, morning, and we stress out over it, over where we're going wrong or where there are gaps. But at the end of the day, to be honest, goals and dreams are not destination. They're actually a journey that you go through. We know there are setbacks that comes and all that. So you can't predict everything, and even external like factors that impact our goals are there. Like, for example, you won't believe me if I told you this episode, I've recorded it 4 times now. This is literally my 4th time. And every time there's something that happened that I did not anticipate, which is crazy because I don't know, like, I'm feeling like something is very weird. But I'm like, I keep trying with this one because I gotta be consistent. So I keep reviewing, like, where did I go wrong? and change it and things like that. But I'm not holding that in my chest and saying, oh, it's my fault. Even though there are some mistakes that I make, it's like we don't need to beat ourselves up as we're reviewing, because this, for me, doing this, is a part of my growth goals. At the end of the day, it's so important to remember that you can feel a little bit guilty, but don't allow yourself to feel shame. I'm not saying that to feel guilty, but like guilt is a part of human behavior. However, shame does weird stuff to us. Like, I heard once somebody says, a social worker, that says is that, guilt tells you that, you've made a mistake, you can rectify the situation, and shame tells you you are a mistake, which really like attacks who you are, which feels like, oh my gosh, if I must be horrible. Next thing that we actually do is to celebrate each moment, each achievement that we have, because when we celebrate those small things, it actually resets our momentum, which is so important to our bigger goals. It's so important to consistency. Now, I don't know how you celebrate your achievements and things like that. However, like for myself, I do different things. I go for nature walks. I watch a really good movie, I eat a favorite food that I like, or just do something that is special to me. And that kind of like resets, my goals, or, it could be that week. Cause I know some of us are big achievers. We love achieving, big goals. And we also love getting focused, and they're like, we gotta get this goal done. However, like, it's a journey, it's not a destination. And slowly, we know that there are so many like external factors that does impact each and every one of us. So celebrate yourself, celebrate it, look at how you go, and keep on going. We know big moments are going to reset you. Lastly, what did we learn about this particular episode is that consistency requires us to connect with other people, a tribe and all of that. It requires us to do so. And so whether it's an online community, a mentor, or whatever, it's so important to keep us accountable. Going back to that first part of it, is that all of this comes back to accountability. In a way. And so we know that consistency is not going to thrive in isolation at all. You need a group of people, because we are social creatures. You don't have to fight this battle alone. You don't have to fight for your goals alone. There's a tribe of people. Remember, it's all about connection. Now, if you got anything out of this particular episode, I welcome you to drop, if you're bold enough, drop a comment, say this is what I'm going to focus on this week, so that we can support each other in this online community. And also, let us know how you go in your own looking for somebody that, like a mentor, that may support you. So next week will be the final series, a final episode to the series, and then after that we'll do a different topic. I'm looking forward to that particular one, and I know you would love it too. Thank you for sharing the video and liking in advance, and we'll see you next week. Have a lovely one. Bye.